I haven't
I
done anything.
remember I remember on TikTok, I think the last like because I remember you showing like the report from Blipboards. And I think the last one I saw, it was like at 17.5 or something. Something like that. Do you remember? Because you
I
used to
don't remember.
post videos of
Yeah,
like
well then people were mass reporting my account. My entire TikTok got taken down, and when I
oh,
finally
okay.
emailed the legal department to get it back up, every single video was community guidelined.
Oh,
I
right.
couldn't
That's
appeal
right.
it
That's
or
right.
anything. So all of those videos, I didn't delete them. Like my shit was
I remember
attacked.
now. No, I remember now because you showed me and you're like, look
Whatever.
at
I
this.
don't. So I'm done. The shit needs to stop. I've been begging people to stop saying it.
Yeah.
They just don't. They don't care. They just keep going and keep going, and they push people.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's your call. I mean, whatever you feel you need
I
to
just
do,
want you guys
right?
to look at. I just want you to look at them and just
Okay.
say whatever you read. I mean,
I haven't, like I said, I opened it just now because I didn't realize it was a movie, like a video. It looks like a
my
video
attorneys
of.
have the exact same thing that you have as well.
Okay. Okay.
I went on. I was cooking in my kitchen, something, whatever, and absolutely,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So went live. Um, there's obviously been drama on the other creators' pages and whatnot. Like, there's just, you know what I mean.
Always, yeah.
So I went on and I was cooking in my kitchen, something, whatever, and I just was like, Tammy and I are donating to the billboards for Sebastian. Crabtree was like, "Yep, I'll match $1,000," and it literally just happened so fast. And when I say so fast, it was like, honestly, it made you cry because it was like everybody really came together at the right time for something amazing that really could have benefited. And for the fact of it being turned into this at the end of it, it's like it really pushed people away from wanting to be a part of something like that, which there was people all over the United States that were going and finding these billboards, and like every time that they would email one, I'd see it and like I'd post it, and people were like, they were emotional about it, like to see what a community came together and did. It was actually kind of like surreal. Like, I mean, I would have never even thought of it happening.
Yeah, they're so.
I'm sorry, my dogs are.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember all that. Because
Mine are selling logs. That's why I got.
Nikki and I did that. We went and saw the billboards here in Vegas and took pictures of them and stuff like that, and movies and all that. I remember that. Okay, so should we now? People are going to ask this, so I have to bring it up. The money that was donated. Now I know you can't really show receipts for that because it has people's names and shit on there, right? Like, but did you ever show that, or like the money coming in, basically? JP just took words on that.
Sorry, it's like loud if you hear the dogs. I'm sorry, they're having fun. The only donations that I received were from 3 individuals.
Okay, so who actually got the donations?
So many times, whatever, right? Scene called the personal number. He called you back and was like, "Hey, if you give me 400, I can put it on here so and so many times." Whatever, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just double checking to make sure that what I'm saying, what I'm saying is right. So,
yeah, you're good. I'm just muting because my dogs are playing.
Okay, so this is the private guy that ran Blipboards for you for that month period or whatever?
Correct. Yes. It was
okay.
Yep, it was at a main intersection. And it was also like directly across the street from our Sheetz gas station, which if anybody's from the East Coast, you know that a lot of people stop at Sheetz. So to me, that would be a good location. People are stopping to get gas. They might be traveling. You never know.
That's true. That's true.
Receipts for the Blipboards that were purchased. And then are the receipts of the money, are the receipts of the money taken in also here, like at the end of this or something?
Not that I've seen. I went to the very end of this video and it looks like the money that was spent on the Blipboards. Like at the very end, it has like the 22 or something, 21,700 or something.
So
are you disputing the amount of money raised now that I've shown the receipts?
Well, that's not a receipt. Do you know anything about accounting?
Are you challenging me in this? Because this is not a drama live.
No, I'm asking a legit question.
I don't think it's your responsibility to question what I'm responsible for accounting. I appreciate your effort in that, but you're not my accountant. You're not my accountant, and you're not the IRS.
But that's not a receipt. Receipts are money in versus money out. That is what a receipt is.
I get what you're saying.
I don't think you do.
But people have been talking about the bill. They don't think that the $22,000 was spent. Nobody ever was questioning the 3 people that took in the money. Is that what you're questioning? You're questioning the 3 people now?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't speak on their behalf. I would see that, but
how it's
that didn't happen.
how that's not an actual receipt.
I think what barbecue is saying, JP, is that people are specifically saying that she spent the $22,000 on other stuff. They specifically said 22,000, right? Barbecue, is that right?
Correct.
Right, and I get that.
And so that this is a receipt not for necessarily in the debits and credits for accounting purposes. This is a receipt saying she did not spend the $22,000 on fuck shit.
Yes or no?
If they're not in the box, I'm not answering any of your questions. And I'm not going to answer for somebody else.
What are you talking about? Like in the box? Like I'm just asking, like they took in the money and then they sent all the money to you collectively, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's the third one down? Is that it, barbecue?
Yep.
So
And it says, it says Lodge Freeway, S/O, Grand River Avenue, E/S. It gives the billboard number, Michigan 119837. So each Blipboard has its own number. You can easily get into Blipboard. You can search for that billboard, and it will, most of the time, I think that I saw with the ones that we selected, it'll show you exactly where it is. Like it'll show like someone went out on the road and took a picture of where it's placed. So you can, like, if you're from there, you're going to be able to, oh, I know right where that is, kind of thing. So anybody could have just looked that number up to make sure that they were looking in the wrong place or the right place.
Now, I've never used Blipboards before, but does each one cost a different amount? Or are they like, is it a flat?
I'm not an expert, but what I've gathered is that like each billboard location might have, like the ones in Nashville, they're big box stores and people that can, buy up every billboard spot on there, so it gives you like what kind of visibility you can get, and then it'll tell you how much. It won't tell you exactly how much space is available, but it'll say like high availability, meaning like you'll get more blips per minute or per hour. It doesn't tell you that, but I'm like I said, I'm not an expert in it, but you could have one that only has 3 businesses that bought a space, and I think it's like 8 total. I think like most of them have like room for 8 businesses to rent ads or space. So if you're like the last person on there, you might not get enough space that you think you're going to get. I don't know. That's how I read it whenever I was looking at stuff. But you can't say like, hey, I want to spend 500 at this billboard and 200 at this one. It's just,
okay,
you put a budget for the day, and based on the availability and how many billboards, it just distributes them like that.
Let me get I don't think anybody saw the end. Let me get that real quick. Screenshot this one. Hold on. Blips. Total. I'm just going to show the end real quick. All right. I put it up. Ain't that the truth, Akira? That's why, like, when people come to me and they're like, hey, can you share? And I'm like, nope, I ain't sharing that. GoFundMe, I ain't sharing that. Nope.
Yeah, no.
There's no good deed goes unpunished.
No, I've never done, girl.
Oh, shit. I put a screenshot of the final total on the stage, just so if you want to see it. Because I don't think the movie showed it, or I don't think we went to the end. So I just declared the 22,000 specifically, and I understand it's not the money in. I get it. 21773.71. The grand total for the blips that was spent, the money spent on Blipboards is $22,173.
All right, thanks for using the calculator.
It was easy.
And then you have that guy or that other guy. So that adds up to the over 22K.
Well, these ran for a long time too, right? Like
they did
for months.
Till the end of till the end of November-ish, maybe the 3rd week of November.
And you guys started them in July, or when did you guys start them?
September.
Oh wow.
I think it was like September 3rd or 4th. It took a couple days because, like I said, we had to get the sizing all correct, and someone designed all that. Like that just didn't happen in seconds. Like that, people have lives, they have jobs. They're doing this volunteer to help put it together. So there was a lot of effort from a lot of people from a lot of places, and it made it possible.
All right. Well, my job here is done. I showed them.
Yep. I was gonna say that's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I'm gonna head out. I got a ton of shit going on in the background.
All right. I appreciate you.
Thank you. And my dogs are all fighting too.
Have a good day.
Well,
like I said, I appreciate you popping up and you know what I mean. You showed what you could show, and that's that. If it's not good enough, then fuck them. I mean, what else can you do? What else can you do? You know,
Nothing.
you
So
gotta
it'll
wait.
just be something else. It'll always be something else.
Well, yeah, not like I said, you're in litigation too, so you know these girls that are bothering you or whatever's going on, you know, you showed what you could.
Yeah. And if anybody ordered a cookbook, you should check your email. Those tracking numbers went out. So I know people said I was scamming those too in the chat before.
The what are they? What is it?
I published a cookbook.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! You sent them all out.
Yep, the tracking number labels and everything were printed today, and I gotta have a couple rerouted because I want to send some to some people myself that didn't get one, and yeah,
That was pretty damn cool. I didn't even know you did that. Congratulations on it.
I'll send you one, Queen Bee.
That's pretty cool. Hell yeah.
Yep, you might get a kick out of it. All right, I'll talk to you later. I'll be in the chat.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, you know what? I mean, at least you tried. You know, that's all you can. That's all you can do. You know.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. All right, I'll see you.
All right, we'll catch you later, baby.
All right.
All the receipts will end up being in the lawsuit when you're done. So I understand where JP's coming from, but I also understand where your lawyer's coming from, where he says you don't need to show all of them, and you know, only show what you can and what you have to right now. So with that being said, let's go check out